Show me those biddies.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Wolverine guy kill. Bullets, 2 once.
Right up Main Street.
We win this shit.
Oh my god, penetration.
Wolverine guy kill. Welcome to the Wolverine Nation.
All right, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome this morning to a belated leg day. I'm Wolverine Guy Kev. In case you don't know me, I am a professional opera singer and a 46-year-old father of 4. And today we are going to be just beating the absolute shit out of our quads. So I've got, sorry, this side. a lot of business going on over here. I need to know if that's like stupid distracting or not. It was one of the things I was setting up was I wanted more song info, but I think I can actually make that smaller if I need to. Obviously, I've got the workout that I'm doing here, and then this just kind of needs to be there so people know that I owe them shit when they give me 100 bits or they subscribe or whatever. And then this is just cool. Hi, Beam, what's happening there? It's all good. All right, fantastic. Yeah, but let me know, like throughout the stream, if it's a little bit too busy, just let me know because the last thing I want to do is really start cluttering up the stream. And right now there is a lot going on. One of the things that I pride myself on stream wise, I have a very minimal, clean look. I got to start subtracting now. I think I need to make this smaller is where I need to go with that. But you know, you guys tell me. But I gotta say, I do like the blurred effect. So at least when I go over here, you can still kind of see me. Hi Beam, how are you doing today? Premise Land, thank you so much for the 10 biddies. After you did that, I added a welcome message for you. So from now on, you're gonna have a little personalized message every time you come in here. If anyone sees Kabitsky, it is his birthday today, 41 years old, and I'm singling him out even though he's not here because Kabitsky has literally been here since day one in my streams. Like watching me stream from my fucking Xbox onto my iMac. I mean, this is like how far back this goes. I had an iMac for work. No, not even for work. I had it for some music stuff. And I managed to rig my Xbox to stream to my iMac, which I then streamed to Twitch. It was god awful. It was god awful. Anyway, if and when he comes in here, today is his birthday. Please wish him a happy birthday. Draconic King, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Yesterday, I did not stream because my 8-year-old at 4 in the morning said, "Hey, Dad, I went to bed, so I'm sleeping in here." Like, that's fantastic. And then he proceeded, his idea of sleep was making sure that his knees were in my kidneys from 4 a.m. until I had to drive him to school. So I got him and his little brother off to where they needed to go. And I had just enough of a second wind to not go to sleep, but I couldn't lift anything heavy. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. Because I had to work last night for like, I haven't worked a night shift in years. And I started at the bar yesterday. I was bartending at this bar called the Public House down in Ferndale. And it's, you know, I haven't poured a drink for anyone other than myself or my wife since 2017, I think. And it was amazing how much of it like came right back to me. And you know, the staff was really cool. I was the only guy working the floor. That was a little weird for me. And it's I'm gonna just put this out there. I had more shots during my shift yesterday than I have had in years because they kept like, "Hey Kev, you're doing a great job. Want to go in the back?" Like, I'm not gonna be the uncool kid, so I went back and I had a lot of bourbon yesterday, and then I stuck around and sobered up because I was like, I ain't driving home drunk. I only had a couple shots. I'm such a lightweight now. But yeah, that was my night. It was a good night. I think that my biggest obstacle, my biggest problem working there is really just going to be the availability of my life. I do not have the I just don't have the ability to get there during the week before 5 o'clock, which means if I am working there during the week, I'm closing, and that sucks. I also cannot work at all on Monday and Wednesday because my wife is doing her thing. If I'm working Tuesdays and Thursdays, that means I have to cancel voice lessons. So I have got a lot of decisions to make on what I can and cannot do. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Also yesterday, I for the first time in like forever, I got all 4 kids in my house. Obviously, Joel and Cadence are here because they are also Jennifer's kids, but Braden and Logan were over last night as well. So I have my 20-year-old, my 18-year-old. They are currently passed out. Braden had mentioned that he wanted to work out with me if I was doing chest. I just don't want to wake him up because I'm pretty sure him and Logan stayed up all night watching Dragon Ball. They had binge watched the entire Goku Black saga since the time that Braden got here yesterday, which was like before I even picked up the littles, all the way until I threw in the towel and was like, I'm going to bed, guys. And they were probably up after that because there was a tournament they wanted to watch as well. Like, I like me some Dragon Ball, but Jesus Christ, guys, let's go to sleep. I can't take 6, 7, 8 hours of Dragon Ball. So that was what was going on there. I think I can make this like shorter. I just got to worry about the text if I get like some stupid long ass song. Back a little bit because I don't think that's really pointed right. We're talking Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. You like the original Dragon Ball? Z abridged is hilarious. Oh God, I'm really tight. Yeah, yesterday it was a really slow day at the bar, but I just had to get my mechanics back. Um, my trainer made a butt ton of money, but I didn't really deal with the rail. I was just making server drinks all night. I had a couple of guests that I had to interact with. Wasn't a huge deal. I do enjoy OG Dragon Ball when Goku wasn't Captain God. I abridged is great. What is it? What is the original? Is that GT? There's letters after all of them. I mean, at this point, we're past like Super Saiyan God and Beerus the Destroyer with Wheeze. Past way past Broly. Wait, is Broly there in that? I've watched Broly the movie, but I think Dark Goku happens after that. I don't know. At this point, I don't even understand all the different forms that Goku has. Original Dragon Ball is just called Dragon Ball, but Big Newton's a fruit. I understood that reference. I could swear that original Dragon Ball was GT. What the hell is GT then? GT is something. Oh. All right, I can already tell that's going to bug me, so I'm going to fix that later. GT is after Z, even though it's not considered canon. GT is after canon? Or after Z? I got all my letters screwed up then. That's fine. Oh. Okay, I clearly don't know what I'm talking about. My wife is the Dragon Ball expert in this house. It's confusing system, right? Absolutely is. So it is. What is today? Today is Wednesday. That means my wife is working one of those crazy doubles. To be honest, I stopped caring after Cell Saga. That's fair. That was a good series though. Dark Goku was interesting as well, just because of how Dark Goku happened. But there's a lot of multiverse, a very confusing multiverse. It's like if you if you can wrap your head around like changing events in going back in time and changing events creates an alternate timeline rather than changes yours, and then that getting explained from a poor translation in Japanese, then you'll understand it. Nice room. Thank you, Decent. Or Decent. I don't know how you want that pronounced. I would say Decent, the way that you spelled that. Yeah, yeah. What's happening? How are you today? Um, as scientists would say, that shit be crazy. Yeah, that's actually a technical term using actual science. You want me to try to PR today? Oh, that ain't happening. Not at all. I have not fueled for it. I have not trained to work up for it. Plus, I can't PR legs down here. My this rack, I don't feel comfortable unloading my weight onto it. Public relations. Can you do back? It'd be so out of rotation. I just did back the other day. I tried to PR my deadlift last week. It did not happen. I work out 6 days a week, so I really don't like to go out of rotation. Um, but last week, and I think I know. I mean, other than the fact that it was fucking heavy, I think I know why that PR failed, or at least I didn't do better. And it had everything to do with the way I was engaging my lats. So I don't know. I'll give it a try again in another couple weeks. I don't ego lift. Today is going to be. I don't want to say today is going to be like a light day, but when I do squats and whatnot, especially on quad day, I'm doing lighter weight for a lot of reasons. Number one, just my lower back. I've got some compressed discs down there, and so it causes me some problems if I try to go too insanely heavy. The other thing is that days like today, I elevate my heels to target my quads more, which brings my balance into play. So I'm only squatting like 185, 225, and I'm doing Bulgarian split squats. And then I'll hit my calves and my hamstrings on today too. But ego lifting is not something I do on a regular basis. Once in a while, I'll show off, but not this day. Oh no. I mean, didn't you just go to the chiropractor like 2 days ago? Ooh, he's pulled something in my hip. That's because I'm old. Everything hurts. Yesterday, I had to squat down to grab some glasses, and then I was just stuck there. My poor trainer, whose name is Marty, it's like it's every time she said her name, which was multiple because I'm horrible with names. In my head, I'm like, it's either Back to the Future or Marty Maraschino from Grease. Just when you thought it was safe to bend over. Oh, the more we are correcting my spine alignment, the more mobile it's also becoming. So sometimes I overcorrect and something. Yeah, nope, I get it. I absolutely get it. Ooh, my voice is crap too today. Oh. So yeah, so when it comes to squats, and people that have been here before, they know this drill. One of the reasons I don't go heavy is just because I have to lift off of this rack. This is not adjust high enough for me to properly start a squat, so I have to lift off the top here. This is a very small target for me to come back and set down the weight. And if that weight is heavy and I miss, I will hurt someone or something. Someone probably being myself, something being all of this. So I would rather err on the side of caution. Squats are not really a necessary movement to get big. Despite the setbacks, I did sign up for my first in-person pinup contest. Yay! So okay, so are they not normally in person? Like I had honestly just assumed that what you did was in person. So when you normally do this, do you go and like do a photo shoot and then send in those photos? And then this is not that? Please explain the difference to me. I am all eyes because I'm reading it. All right, so I'm going to set this up for some Bulgarians. With it being leg day, I typically don't work my core because there's plenty of lower core work in the legs. Sorry, in front of the camera. Needs to come this way. There we go. Get that nice and squared up. Usually in-person one take place around okay, so just so I'm understanding correctly, this is your first in-person this year, not ever. Am I correct on that? Or is it your first person ever and you just first in-person ever? I'm like, I just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. High Beam sends out her magical anime girls. Surprise. Correct. Wait, High Beam, that was multiple choice. That was not yes or no. Is it this or this? Yes. God damn it. I'm too tired to follow this. Why am I starting a check-in? Automatically. Oh, that's cool. Walk with Adam Lambert. To run it. I have all these new options on my Apple Watch. I upgraded to the beta of iOS, iPadOS, watchOS 18. The hell is that clicking I'm hearing? Oh, it's something with my washer. What the fuck am I doing? I'm not doing Bulgarians with 110 pounds. Why am I dumb? I've been doing in-person content. Okay, great. So it's the first in-person one this year. Let's put these back. Doing 35 there. I'll get up to 45 next week, depending on how this goes. She's also done the Doomslayer pinup cosplay for a contest. That's amazing. Because it's virtual, some stay that way, so do those during the cold season. So it's awesome. All right, cool. Ugh. I mean, I've only ever done the one photo shoot with you. Which it's I know you said you liked it, and I know and I know I know it's not bad, but I still look back at all my photos going, man, I really suck as a photographer. And I know that's not the case, but I look back at yours and I'm just like, I could have done so much better. I'm always like that. You were wonderful. You were absolutely wonderful. I just like, you are a very intimidating model to work with just because of all the pinup work that you've done. And I don't know if I said that out loud or not. There's nothing you can do to fix that either for me. Because you and I was really intimidated to work with Monica Date too. The learning curve is, oh, it absolutely is. I just think that there's like, you know, there's, and this came into play too when I delivered your pictures, because there's an editing style that my editing style is, let's see what I fucked up and what's the best way to fix it. Rather than, this is the style I need to do. And that's how. Derp. How am I intimidating? I still don't get that. I could have done much better. Should have said umu instead of say cheese. It just has everything to do with the fact that I have seen previous work of yours, and you clearly know what you're doing. Whereas I fully disclose this to the people that I work with, I am a derp. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing the best I can. And I mean, it's, with people that have never done this before, I tend to be able to take command of the shoot more comfortably, I guess is what I'm getting. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like there's a certain level of, I should be telling you what to do, or at least figuring things out a little bit better. And I'm just kind of like, with you, I was like, she knows what she's doing. I'm just going to let her go and try to capture that. Does that make sense? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, moral of the story is, you're intimidating. You're the most intimidating of derps. All right, now that I'm 4 minutes into my workout and have done approximately jack shit, let's get this going. Hey, Bulgarian split squats. Today we are focusing on the quad, which means we are going to be farther out from the bench, keeping the shin perpendicular to the floor, and then we're going to keep our body as straight up and down as I can. That's fair, yeah. So yeah, it's just, I get in my own head. Basically, I get in my own head about singing too, and singing, I know I'm good at it. Like, if of all the things that I do that I should not get in my own head, it's fucking singing. I have 3 music degrees. I have been a professional opera singer for over 20 years. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear, I don't want you to hear me hit those notes for any reason. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, Boogie, how you doing? I'm not intimidating. Stop saying that, or I'll beat you up and give me your lunch money. Ooh. Hybeam does have an intimidating aura. All right. This leg is always harder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is what she said. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, all right. This leg is harder for a couple of reasons, but the biggest one being flexibility. When I was doing martial arts, this was really where I felt more comfortable kicking with. I'm good, and you? I started bartending again the other day, last night specifically, So I'm doing all right. I'm just gonna, okay, turn this just slightly. There we go. And now it's aimed right at me. The Drew Gulak situation bit over dramatic. We talking Drew McIntyre? Because I don't have live TV anymore. So I haven't watched Raw and SmackDown yet. But how you doing, Brady? What's happening? And there's a lot that's a bit over dramatic. Ooh, all right. Yeah, Boogie, it was cool. I mean, I haven't bartended in a while. It's been like 7, 8 years. Um, Definitely 8 years since I did it full time. So it was like pre-master's degrees. But the people were cool. It wasn't overly physically taxing. Mentally, I was drained because I was just trying to wrap my head around some of these drinks. They do a lot of craft cocktails that they came up with there. So it's getting their specialty drinks into my brain. You know, the last place I bartended was a dive bar. It was rum and coke, whiskey and coke, shot of tequila, Johnny Vegas, Johnny Vegas, Johnny Vegas, over and over and over again. It wasn't like this, which is more of a high-end restaurant, or at least they give the facade of that. I think it was everything really to do with the location. I'm sure that is like a master's degree. No, dude pulled the lace on Ronda Rousey's pants and they're making him like. Oh,
Show me those titties.
his full name being Drew Gulak. I got you. So, head out, my friend. Take care. May your gains be plentiful. Well, there's one thing I hate right there with the notifications. So I'm going to have to fix that. I will probably drop the workout label and move that somewhere else. So here's what it really boils down to. Okay. Drew's story is vastly different from Ronda's. I don't think Ronda really has anything to gain by saying it out loud. And I mean, it's not okay. It's not at all. There is a level of professionalism and, quite frankly, boundaries in the workplace that need to be respected. And if I'll say this flat out, if a woman came up to me and did that, I would have raised hell. If a dude came up to me and did that, I'd raise hell too. But if we're reversing the roles here, I would raise hell about it because it's not okay at all. It's like if somebody like thought it'd be cool as a prank to come up and pants me, no matter where I was, I would raise hell and try to get that person fired. And maybe I'm just overly sensitive because I was bullied as a kid, but it's not like Ronda didn't call the cops. Ronda, from what I remember, I don't even think she said anything to the WWE until her book came out, and then she just disclosed it publicly, and then suddenly Drew was gone. But I mean, we're just at an era where people need to stop being assholes. That's what this boils down to. People I heard this whole argument, people that are like, oh, because of Me Too, I can't even be a man anymore. I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm like, oh, you really shouldn't have been doing that in the first place, number one. And two, you're being all that's really required of you is to respect people's boundaries. That's it. No one's saying that you can't do this, you can't do that. But, and this is what I tell homophobic people, that if you don't want someone of the same sex doing it to you, you damn sure shouldn't be doing it to other people. So that's my opinion of it. All right, set two. Ah. Man. Plenty of times people will pull my pants down as a joke, and maybe you're okay with it. I'm not. I'm not okay with it at all. I remember I was at an audition for a show. And there were a bunch of us that had been there for a while, and there were a bunch of us that had never been there before. A bunch of people that had never been there before. And the director thought it would be hilarious to go and pants the guy that was standing right next to me, who was not expecting it and had gone commando that day. Hey, Fei Fei. So who is that on then? And I mean, it's Josh didn't disclose that he went commando that day, but the fact of the matter is, the director should have never done that. Hey, Galaxy, how well you know the person? It depends on, and that's it right there. There's boundaries and comfort level, and read the room. My best friend pantses me in a situation like that. Oh, we aren't going to be talking for a while. And if we do talk, it's not going to be pleasant for him. So I have no idea what Drew and Rhonda's relationship was, but it's very clear that Drew did not know what it was. And that's the problem. Three. 6, 7, 9, 10. Whew. Hey, Galaxy, how you doing? Fei Fei, what's happening? So, yeah, I mean, if me and a bunch of my close friends are fucking around with each other, and one of them decided to pants me, and we're like, say we're just in a locker room and I know everybody in the room, I'm still really not okay with that. So you really have to know what those boundaries are. And an easy way to know what that boundary is to ask consent. I mean, it takes the guesswork out. And going back to the Drew situation, none of us were there. We really don't know what happened. And even if you just walk by and was like that, she doesn't know what his intentions are. There was widespread sexual misconduct that was just overlooked in the WWE. That was the culture then. And it trickled down from Vince. And of all the people to fuck with, why Rhonda? Rhonda's got a fucking chip on her shoulder from like when she was a kid. It's not going to end well if you're not already her friend. Can't someone? I think they're going to laugh. Yeah, but you don't know. So is it just like I can promise you I will not laugh. Like I was letting everybody know. If you had any plans of pantsing me, don't. Like, just don't. We're good, Galaxy. We're just discussing consent and inappropriate touching in the workplace based on a situation that happens in hey, Buff
Welcome
Dude
to
Muscle
the
Man Online.
Wolverine Nation.
My pram ran out, so I knew it was your fault. Buff Dude, how are you? Thank you so much for that sub. Welcome back to the Wolverine Nation. I owe you 10 squats. Oh. Oh, my legs are not fans of that. Thank you so much. Exposing another person for the humiliation and making everyone laugh out of obligation is so old. Was playing career Russian roulette. Oh, well, absolutely. I don't even think it was Russian roulette. You do something like that, especially to someone that you are not tight with, that whole chamber's loaded. Every part of that gun has a bullet in it. Okay? There's just, don't fucking do that. Panting Kev, hell nah. Sliding up and whispering, ooh, and Jesus Christ, clappers. I'm not sure which one of those is worse. Doing good, dude. I can see a difference from when you started streaming again. Oh, thank you. I ate like an absolute pig yesterday. I was good up until I got to work. And then they were like, hey, you get free food. I'm like, I'm not hungry. Kevin, you get free food. I understand I'm not really all that hungry. I just had pizza because all my kids were here and I didn't have time to cook. So I had a couple slices of pizza and I was right at my calorie goal. They're like, Kevin, we have carne asada fries and a steak sandwich here. And I was like, God damn it. So I had that. Oh my God, that reaction. Right? All right, I got one more set of these and then I'm switching over to elevated heel squats. Ooh, I'm already sweating like a bitch right now. I'm gonna fix this fan. So I went easy on my breakfast this morning just because I already was like 1,000 calories over yesterday. So I got 3 levels of breakfast that I do. There's like my very low cal one that is still delicious. And then I have this breakfast sandwich that I do that's kind of in the middle. And then there's my one breakfast pancake that's got the protein powder in it that's like 700 calories. I didn't have it in me to do that today. All right, last one of these. Whew. It happens. It does happen. It's happened a lot the last week or so. Actually, I meant for this week to be the week that I got on track, and it has not happened yet. Ah. 8, 9, 10. Hey, Footjoy! What's happening? Whew. All right, we're just going to measure this one out again. Song's the best. I missed you yesterday. Yeah, my 8-year-old wet the bed at like 4 in the morning, and climbed in my bed and proceeded to sleep with his knees in my kidneys. So I didn't have it in me to lift anything yesterday, much less my ass out of bed. I got them to school and then just laid in my bed until noon and decided I needed to do something. That something was eat. And plus I had to go and get clothes for work. I don't want to get anxiety in the sense of if I hug a person, they call the cops. But you're not That's the thing. Are you going to hug anybody that you don't know and know doesn't want to hug? I think that's what people really miss. It's like they think if they look at someone wrong, they're going to get branded rapist, to be totally honest, and that's not what it is. But if you're making shit awkward for people and hugging them, then yes, that is going to be the problem. I don't think anyone is going to get thrown in jail for a hug. 6, 7, 8, 10. But I mean, you're continuously making things awkward for people and touching them without them wanting to be touched, especially if they say something, that's going to be an issue. And no one's saying take it to the other extreme and walking up to someone every time you see them and saying, I would like to hug you. Do I have your permission to go in for a hug? Okay, I'm going in for a hug now. It's not that. It's not that. And even if you don't feel comfortable asking, it's pretty easy to read somebody. It's like uppies. You can just sleep on a tall person. Look up cutely. Uppies, ooh. The ooh really helps. Really? That's funny. Maybe it's because they think Americans really like hugs, and so they're doing it for you. Like the old dude of Squid Game, hugging a kiss on the cheek. The old dude of Squid Game. Was that in the show? I didn't watch the show. But wasn't there like some kind of beauty pageant or something where some guy kissed the winner? You know what? Samuel Uppies. They think I'm Santa. Grabby hands, Uppies. I don't know. My kids could learn a lesson in that. I'm still teaching Joel that he can't just jump on people or hug them whenever he wants to, because Joel can really press the issue, especially with my autistic kid. And I mean, I'll be the first to admit it. We have a very at our house a lot of physical contact, lots of hugs, lots of kisses, lots of holding hands. But trying to explain to a kid that not everyone is like that, number one, and two, they don't have that comfort level, is actually more challenging. Especially with a kid who he just wants everyone to like him, and he automatically loves everyone. He is the sweetest kid, and he certainly doesn't mean anything by it. But not everyone wants a hug all the time. You know what I'm saying? Uppies granted. Butterfly in the sky. Don't judge my need for uppies. Ooh, man. You know what? I'm going to go grab a protein bar. I am a little hungry. I will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Also, mean mom do it. Had to start the. Okay, I see you want a hug, but you have to ask before you touch anyone for any reason. He doesn't have the consistency here. Yep. It's. I don't think we have to classify it as sexual. It's unwanted touching, and that's the issue. And I just try not to touch anyone that I don't know or that I'm not cool with. And to be totally honest, when I was younger and a huge douchebag, I did not have any sense of boundaries at all. I was an asshole. And I look back now and I literally cringe. And fortunately, I knew a lot of either really understanding people or people that just didn't fucking go off on me or beat my ass. Because it's definitely been an evolution in thinking for me, because I've never minded if anyone touches me up until recently. Specifically, the opposite sex. I had some problems with guys. And I don't mean because I'm homophobic. I mean, literally, I have had guys attempt to, and I've had to get physical with them. My kitten can come to me and vocally and physically ask for uppies. Any human can manage it as well. Your kitten is going to claw the shit out of you if you don't, though. Huh. Do I think Gulak should have lost his job? I am not entirely convinced that that's the only reason he lost his job. And it's really hard for me to sit here and judge the severity of it, judge the context of the situation, judge any other issues he may or may not have had that we don't know about. Was he already on his way out because of creative? There's a lot of stuff there. In my opinion, if it's just that in a vacuum, let's just say that that's the only problem they've ever had with him. With what just went down with Vince McMahon, he's lucky he didn't get publicly crucified by the WWE. Had the Vince McMahon thing not happened, I think that at minimum, there would have been some unpaid off TV time. But then here comes the issue. Contractually, he is an independent contractor. If they are not utilizing him and they are not paying him, the contract's done. He can go off and work for somewhere else. So now you're bound by the status that you keep your employees, your contractees under. There's a lot that goes into that conversation that don't even really involve the specifics of what happened. In Ren Fair and Pimp events, Rhonda should have said, "Don't do it again." He apologizes, forgive her, forget. I am not going to judge how Rhonda reacted or why. If she felt strongly enough about it to go to management, then clearly that's the thing. It's not. It is. There are many laws in our society that, for decades, if not centuries, have relied on the victim's state of mind to determine the appropriate response. Hey, Crackwood. Destroy that 60 pounds in less than 2 months. I'm right at the plateau that I always stop at. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Imagine being a weirdo to Rhonda. Be asking, right? Like, how much do you hate yourself that you're going to go up to one of the greatest women's fighters of all time, a literal Olympian in a fighting discipline? You're like, I'm gonna go fuck with her. You're a beast. Don't stop. Thank you. But so like let's talk about a self-defense situation, okay? So in the state of Michigan, if somebody attacks you, you are legally able to use as much force as necessary to escape. You have a duty to retreat. We're not counting castle doctrine laws or anything like that. Okay? I get jumped out on the street, I have a duty to retreat. However, if I think reasonably that my life is in danger, I can respond with deadly force. And it's completely the state of mind. And what would a reasonable person do? So, what I would do in that situation is not what Ronda Rousey would do in that situation. And legally, she is entitled to that. And just as a person, she's entitled to that. And again, without being there, I can't really judge if she overreacted or not. And I don't think she did. I think once you start pulling on people's clothing, you are literally asking to lose your job. All right, so we're doing elevated heel. Is this centered? Yes, so we're moving back though. Elevated heel back squats. And these are going to be targeting the quads. Make sure I've got, needs to be just a little bit wider. One of these days I'll get this on the first try. Okay, we're good. All right, I'll get that in a second. Biggest two rules of self-defense from a legal standpoint: once you start, don't stop until you're truly done. Once you stop, don't start. I'm talking about the legal aspect, though. I'm talking about the legal aspect. So, if some dude half my size comes up to me and throws a punch at me, and I put him in the hospital, I'm probably going to get sued for assault, regardless of the fact that he started it, because I probably could have ended it in 1 or 2 strikes. You know, it really comes down to, you know, dude throws a punch. My first reaction is to do a judo throw and pile drive him into the ground. Did I really need to do that to escape? And that's what I've got to prove. So, however, I mean, it all goes out the window. If there's more than one person, automatically, I think my life is in danger. If somebody has any kind of a weapon, I don't care what it is, a fucking stick, I think my life is in danger. And since I have a black belt in stick fighting, it would be a really stupid idea to come at me with any kind of blunt object. All right. Like, of all the things to attack me with, maybe not a blunt object. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. That one. Be safe and hydrate. I did a little bit ago. I don't want to overhydrate. How's your day been? So far, so good. I don't know where you are. It's 11:30 right now. here. So, I mean, I woke up, got my kids ready, took them off to school, came back here, fixed a couple things on my stream, and started working out. That's been my day. I can't complain too much. I actually slept last night. I feel wonderful. Jesus Christ. First full night of sleep I've gotten in weeks. I did unfortunately find out that the diapers we have Cadence in, not good for nighttime. They are not meant to handle a full bladder that someone has no interest in controlling because they're asleep. So, little cleanup this morning. That's all right. But other than that, man, I can't complain at all. My wife is working a double shift today. She's a dialysis nurse, so she was out the door, I don't know, around 9:30, and she ain't gonna come home till 10. That sucks. But yesterday I had all four of my kids under the same roof for the first time in months, it feels like. So that was nice. I gotta see what they want for dinner tonight. Daddy's cooking. Daddy cooks every night. But I also gotta go to the grocery store and get some shit. Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been good. And last night was my first night bartending in forever. I had a really good night. My coworkers are really cool. My trainer hugged me consensually. Was not expecting that. They're really cool people. Made chili mac. Oh my god, that sounds so good. It's pretty safe to assume that you're not really fighting just one person. Usually a group. Two major legal cases that are cornerstones of self-defense legal battles. One was an erotic dance that was assaulted but resumed fighting after pushing blind Jewish fighter mugged on his way home from the gym. One occurred in New York, one in New Jersey. Okay, but you're talking about state jurisdictions. These laws are different state to state. Okay? So I can't really speak on a case that happened in New York or New Jersey. I can speak on Michigan law because when I was training martial arts, one of my red belts, one of my students was a lawyer that specialized in self-defense. So he would come in and tell us exactly what we could and could not do. So again, in Michigan, unless you are at home and possibly a place of work, I don't know about that. I think your place of work actually counts too. You have a duty to retreat. So if someone comes up to you on the street, you have to make a good faith effort to fight back until you can reasonably escape. Now I understand what you're saying. I'm also from the UK. The laws might be different. That's also very true. They probably are, to be totally honest. In the state of Michigan, if you break into my house, I can legally kill you without any repercussions. And several years ago, I remember somebody broke into a house in my neighborhood. This is back when I lived in Flint. And the old man that lived there by himself grabbed a gun and he shot these people as they were running away. And he killed one of them. They were still on his property, no charges filed. Now, I think that's bullshit, personally. Once they're running away, you shoot them in the back. Not only should you get prosecuted, you're a fucking coward. Walk time, excellent. But that's my opinion. And I know a lot of people that do not share that opinion. Anyway, all right, set two. Let's do this. In case you were curious, that is Rocky 4. We got to have a Rocky montage music playing at some point during a workout. Otherwise, are you really working out, bro? That. There's that. Three. Ooh, my knee almost gave out there. All right. Ta-da. And I don't think you have a duty to retreat when you're at work either. And those, if you're familiar with United States laws, there are states when it comes to self-defense that are called castle doctrine laws. I do not know how many states are castle doctrine. It might be all of them. I have no clue. But it's essentially akin to stand your ground, but it's only on your property or in your workplace, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a lawyer. See one shifted back? Yay! Don't do anything. Whew. My legs are feeling it today. Whew. Where's my phone? My poor wife, she said, I'm so done with this place, I'm going to scream. So things are going well. Nope, I didn't want to laugh at that. Auto pay, don't care about that. I'll look at that later. Care about that either. All right, where is my workout split? Okay. Sissy squats are after this. All right, real quick. I had to take one more break there. Hey, Third Leg Jim, what's up? Telling this girl's gone wild. Yes, I am. Only it's me gone wild. You got promoted She got promoted last week. That's awesome. Okay, one more real quick BRB. Then I'm going to finish out this set. Don't go anywhere, guys. All right. So, okay, so congratulations to your wife. What was she doing and what is she doing now? I'm just curious. Do I subscribe to the idea of alpha beta males? Bruh, I don't even subscribe to the idea of alpha males. I honestly, everybody I've ever seen that uses the term, and this is no offense to you, but it's a man child every time. I just don't get the obsession, to be totally honest. I will use the term beta male to make fun of alpha males. That's the thing in the UK, no one cares if you hug another person. I don't want to visit America thinking I can't do the same thing. But there's a big cultural difference, though. That's also the same thing like that Buff Dude was talking about. He's an American that moved to Japan, and there's this whole other way of interacting with people. Now, fortunately for him, he was incorrect on the on apparently the Japanese view of hugging. He was told that they didn't like hugs, and he's like, I've gotten more hugs here than anywhere else. But okay, say for instance, Muslim women, especially practicing Muslims that wear the was that the hijab? I may be saying that wrong. But you do not touch them at all, at all. It is like a huge offense to them, and I only found that out when I was in like my late 20s. Not the hard way. I had a colleague that was Muslim, and we were talking about dealing with different consumer scenarios. And one of the things was face-to-face communication and things that we can do to help um, to help gain trust. When we were talking about handshakes, doing the double handshake, we discussed shoulder touches and whatnot, and he's like, don't do any of that if they're a Muslim woman, especially. I'm like, okay, good to know. So it boils down to being able to read the room. On mountaintops, and on top, lemon yellow sun. After this, I'm doing sissy squats because I hate myself. We'll just say a couple of guys in my high school did learn the hard way not to touch girls' hijab. Oh, Jesus. Man, there's a reason that they cover themselves like that. They do not view their body the same way that Americans view their body. Don't fuck with people. Stop. All right. Man. Whew. I mean, it was kind of stereotypical, but as far as I know, the French greet each other kisses on the cheek. It doesn't fly as well, in most parts of America. Um, and somebody may not be comfortable with that, and that's not on them to just randomly disclose that. Um, the last show that I did, especially considering the context of it, it was a show that depicted a lot of well, quite frankly, sex scenes and non-consensual situations. So we had a check-in saying, essentially, we use the red light, green light, yellow light system, where I'm like, all right, my name's Kevin, pronouns are he, him, and green light, red light, green light, yellow light, and that's how we did that. And for me, I had a yellow light here because my gut was huge and I was really self-conscious of it. And that's, so people that said green light here, I'm not worried about coming up and touching them on the shoulder. But maybe I am with some people. Maybe they have a yellow light. Yellow light, ask. Red light, do not. Consent is sexy. Well, English is very difficult for me, so I'm not that sexy when it comes to communication. I'm just sitting off a corner like, English is difficult for me. Like I suddenly turn into Robin Williams off his meds. I just want this out of the way. All right, sissy squats. Normally these are done. Normally these are done on a hack squat machine. I don't have an extra grand laying around to get a hack squat machine. I'm not going to spend that much on an exercise that I will only use, or a machine that will only be used for one exercise, maybe two. Isn't in Dubai you can't hold hands? I don't know. It might be, but I don't know. My wife is pissed right now. And I bet it's summed up in my coworkers are stupid. So, all right. So sissy squats, if you've not seen me do these before, essentially it's like a limbo contest, only you have to go up on your tippy toes. You are chin tucked, core braced, and you're keeping your body straight, in line, with your thighs, okay? And you're going to basically try to go down as close to your knees as possible, and then come back up using only your thighs. You're not like suddenly like, okay, and stand. It's not like, I'm ready to go to the club now. This is a super, super tough one to do if you've never done it before. To give you an idea, I'm doing this body weight, and the most I've ever gotten out of one set is 7. They're not fun. They are called sissy squats because even the toughest dude, after doing them, is reduced to nothing. This will be the last quadricep exercise that I do today. But they're not easy. Anyone that tells you that they're easy is either 1, lying, 2, doing them wrong, or 3, has been doing them so long they really are easy for them. It's one of the 3. Okay, so if you're like me and you're doing these at home, you're going to want to get something to get your balance with. This isn't helping with the lift, this is keeping you from falling over, because you're going to be in a position where your center of gravity is in the wrong spot and you're not going to be staying up. You need to push yourself right to that point, okay? If you're on a hack squat machine, it's easy. You just grab onto the handles and then just go down, okay? Giggity, that's what she said. So I'm going to stand a little in front of this. I'm probably going to be in the wrong place at first, all right? I've got my hands here. You can do it with one hand if you feel comfortable doing that. I'm going to step forward just a little bit until I get this down. Bracing my core. Oh, I need to go forward. That was stupid. All right. There we go. Eat. 9. Ooh, that's the most I've ever done in one set. Also, my arms aren't flexible enough to do these with both hands bracing me. That's what I just found out. My arms are like, we don't bend this way. I'm the king of the world. Whew. That pulled something in my shoulder blade too. The weather is perfect for this walk. It is, what is it outside right now? 76? Yeah, I'll say. I mean, you're not that far from me, so you're close. If you're planning on adding sissy squats to your workout split, 1, I definitely recommend it because your gains and your quads are going to explode. Absolutely. But don't do them if you got bad knees. This is not the exercise for you. Nice breeze. Big Kev, how's the weather? Oh, it's gorgeous out there. Sun is shining. Sky is super fucking blue. Barely any clouds. At least there weren't this morning. Nice and breezy. It's in mid to upper 70s. perfect. Also, those of you out of the country, I measure everything in freedom units. So that's Fahrenheit, F for freedom. Uh, Sorry, wife is trying to have a conversation with me. What's on tap for the day? Nothing. I got all of my kids here until about 6 or 7 o'clock. Then my 20-year-old's heading back home. I am going to have an early bedtime tonight because I have to drive my 18-year-old to the airport. I am kicking him out of the state for the next few months. Now he's heading off to Utah. He's got that big drum corps tour that he earned a contract for. So he's going to be practicing in Utah for a few weeks, and then he's touring the country with a marching band. And then then I'll be sleeping tomorrow. Because of that, I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to stream tomorrow, and if I do, it may not be at the correct time. Just everyone, FYI on that. The Conic King, that's one you mentioned the other day. Yeah, hey, FootJoy, man, I gotta sleep, bro. Because you know when I come back from the airport, the littles are gonna be awake, and they're like, Daddy, why did you leave us? Don't you love us anymore? And I'd be like, no, asshole, that's why I left. No, I'm kidding. But you know. All right. Set 2. Seven, 8, 9. Fuck me. Whew. Those just don't look healthy. Is it because I'm trying to poop the whole time? Hi, Beam. Thank you so much for that link. That link in chat is the link to the fundraiser to help with tuition for the Battalion Drum Corps, especially with my wife being the only one here that works. If you can donate, awesome. It is literally a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for my kid. I am happy to eat ramen for the next 6 months if I have to send him on this trip. But we appreciate any assistance that you can give us. Again, link is in chat. Thank you to Highbeam. It's a GoFundMe. And Logan's going to be posting pictures and updates in there once he is allowed to, because he can't post anything until it's been premiered. So, but he will definitely be giving updates. They are these squats are brutal, absolutely brutal, and most people do them with weight. I am almost to the point where I need weight. Not quite yet. I mean, I'm barely getting 9 out right now. Once I can get 10 or over consistently, I'm going to have to figure something out. Now, one thing I am looking at is updates and uppies. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I know I just said I wasn't going to drop $1,000 on a machine that's only good for 1 or 2 exercises. That being said, and if you guys want to look at it, follow the link to my Amazon wish list. It's by RitFit. Honestly, it's probably the most recent thing I've added, but it's a combination leg press and hack squat machine, which I thought was really, really cool. It's only $600. I'm just like, that's like 2 pieces of $800 or $1,000 pieces of equipment. So that would actually be worth the cost. It looks really cool. Seen a lot of good reviews on it. So anyway, that's one of those things that I'm like, that's a moving the garage up into the, or moving the gym into the garage, not moving the garage into the gym. That would be silly because I'm running out of room in here. My 18-year-old was just saying, it's like, I'd like to work out with you, but it's kind of crowded down there. And I was like, it's not crowded, it's just efficient. Everything's efficiently placed. I should move the garage into the gym. Drive the car down. Thud, 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 thud. Totally work. No, it's one of the toasty indeed. It's one of the. Is that a hex? That is a hex. I want to see this. I got one more set. I'm just resting so I can try to pound out 9 more. Hex. Good morning. Yes, still good morning for 3 more minutes. How you doing, buddy? One of my projects for the summer is cleaning out the garage. It's 10 happening, not on my last set. I mean, I will try it, but it's not going to happen. If I was going to get 10 out, it would have been that set I just did. I stopped at 9 for reasons unknown to even myself. Honest truth, not well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm doing okay. 1 minute push-up challenge. Jesus Christ, no. I am going to knock out some of those push-ups though. We got talking so much that I completely forgot about it. I do have to knock out some of those push-ups. I'll knock out at least 40 today. Oh, because I was thinking about doing chest today. That's why. All right, I'm doing okay though, Hex. I'm sorry you're not doing that great. Kabisky still ain't showing up in here. It's his birthday. That boy better be blackout drunk at. What time is it where he's at? I think it's 10 where he's at. He's on a work trip right now. Shit. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, fuck off, foot joint. 10. Oh my god. Have to do the dance a little bit. Yeah, I know. Was it actual workout? Family and work, it's a family thing bothering me more. That sucks. Oh, by a plank position endurance challenges. No. But Joy, I blame you for how my legs feel right now. Fuck. There's like one more set just for fun. There were a couple that were not good form. And that's the thing, is like once you get to the point where you're at technique failure, is really where you should stop. But mandatory fun. It's a Weird Al album, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna knock out some of these push-ups. Oh my Christ, I don't know if I'll be able to get back up. Okay. That's 20. It's a Weird Al album, yeah. Hang in there, man. No, Footjoy, you don't get a vote. There's no votes for you. There's no fun in that at all. I love Weird Al. I feel like he's overdue for a good one. Maybe he's just finished. He's getting up there, man. But then again, I mean, it took him until White and Nerdy to have a #1 song. I love Weird Al. He was long overdue for that. Oh my god. Speed push-ups for fun. You guys have weird concepts of what exactly is fun. More rocky. All right, so I'm setting these up for stiff leg deadlifts. These are a hamstring biased version of deadlifts. I'm gonna start with 185 because, yo, my legs are like, fuck off. Anything screams late 70s, early 80s, it's this. Most fun I've ever had at a concert. I did see Weird Al live. Incredibly talented. People definitely don't give him enough credit for his lyrical ability. 2 finger push-ups? Oh my God. No. They just want to support your fitness journey. My God. I want to support my journey to the hospital. I saw Weird Al live right about the time that the Saga Begins came out. And man, that dude knows how to put on a show. Costume changes, set changes, video packages, and just the dude's just a nice guy, and he genuinely loves his fans. I gotta wonder if he's one of those guys that still wonders how he got famous. Tacky and foil, yeah. His xylophone skills. That's amazing. I still, as funny as that man is, and as brilliant as his lyrics are dramatically underrated. But man, I tell you, I laughed the hardest at The Saga Begins with the Emperor jamming on the piano. That, for me, was peak Weird Al comedy right there. The crazy radio station movie. Wasn't that the one where the Macho Man took on the hamster? Was that just a skit that he did? I don't remember if that was actually in the movie or not. But yeah, UHF was funny as hell. I know I've seen it, but there's a lot of things that kind of combine in my memory. Saga Begins was absolutely a masterpiece, especially since I grew up on the song that came from. The day the music died. And what was great was I'm pretty sure he sang that, but he ended with Yoda. I was like, hell yes. Fitness instructor that kept throwing out challenges as a joke, and I rose to each one. Refused to get to 10 2-finger push-ups for nothing. Oh man. Galaxy Naboo was under an attack. Yeah. American Pie is amazing song. Absolutely. Isn't this cover awesome, High Beam? I love this guy. He does metal covers of everything. His cover of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, Chef's Kiss. My shoulders behave more regularly. You can still do body weight. And it's a great way to brush up on your form, too, before you do them. I'm all about this cover. All right. I explain these almost every time I do them. So these are done. It's for me because I'm not lifting these off of a rack. start on the floor. I'm going to lift this like a conventional deadlift. And I'm going to lift it all the way to my waist. These and RDLs are identical. And by that I mean, you lower it, you got a slight bend in the knees. So my leg is going up and then just slightly off back, right? You are trying, there's an imaginary kitchen drawer open behind you. You are closing it with your butt. Once you get down to the point where your butt stops going back and you have to hinge your hips, that's where the RDL would end. It's the hinge, the hip hinge to finish this off to the floor. That's what works your hamstrings. So it's the only difference between this and RDLs is the range of motion. When you're with your teachers, and wait, what? Arguably the best thing to come out of the show besides me, Jen. Same. I'm praying that when I get to work, teachers are done. I can't do another day of heavy trash loaded. Oh, Jesus Christ. Till tonight after I fight traffic home gangs, my normal route is garbage. Fuck. Doesn't hurt. I'm a featherweight. Yeah, I'm not a featherweight. I am a super heavyweight at the moment. I am at the very top of heavyweight. All right. I got my knees, my legs just outside of shoulder width. My toes are pointed out just a little bit. I'm going to grab just outside of my shins. I'm using straps because I don't feel that my grip should be any indicator of my strength. We're going to keep our back straight, brace the core, engage the lats by trying to bend this bar over my knees and shoot up with the legs and forward with the hips. Three, four. Eight, nine, 10. Whew. Exhaust from all the trash and stuff. That sucks. But at least you're still getting a workout. All right, kids. I got one more bathroom break. All this creatine. I'm retaining a ton of water. Don't go anywhere, y'all. I don't have a good excuse for missing gym, but it's been raining a fuck ton here. That's fair. Back on the saddle. Look, at the end of the day, I don't judge anyone for not having time, because I didn't for a long time. But I owned the fact that it was a choice. I just was choosing to prioritize other things, which I needed to do. Oh my God, walking up and down the stairs is already bullshit. If you're just joining me, I'm Wolverine Guy Kev. It is leg and shoulders day. We're just finishing out legs here with some stiff leg deadlifts, and we'll see where I'm at as far as calf raises go. One thing I hate about calf raises is that because I don't have a machine here, it is limited by my balance. It is not easy to balance on something and get the kind of stretch that you need to really, for those to be effective. Whew. All right. Who just came in? Do you even lift, bro? Happy birthday, my man. Happy 41st birthday, Kabitsky. How the hell are you? I hope you're not working today. I hope you are already drunk. Or if you are working, that you're already drunk. The kind of stretch you need. Oh my. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Eat Southern barbecue? Hell yeah. Have you ever threw up from working out too hard? Yes. Yes, I have. Specifically, first leg day I ever did with a trainer. He pushed me so hard I threw up. That was the worst. I know I'm off camera here. I just got to stretch out my lower back. I got about halfway through what he was pushing me through, and I was done. And dude's on stream? No, I'm past the throw up stage, at least from the things I know how to do. We're gonna move over here. Stretch it good. Yeah. Some dude wants to buy my Hogan belt, and I don't think he's got the money for that. It's like $1,000 belt, bro. Whew. All right. Back to lurky because of worky. All right, High Beam. I loves you. No, I make it a point not to push myself to the point of embarrassing myself, which is why I don't throw up on stream. No. I have pushed myself too hard on stream before. But in my old age, I've learned to listen to my body. So I don't push through actual pain anymore. There's soreness and there's pain. I used to push through pain. I don't do that anymore. Soreness is like a yellow flag for me. So it kind of depends on the soreness. Like right now, my back is starting to get to the point where I'm like, maybe I don't do the calf raises just because of how I got to stand. Because the way I got to stand in order to balance myself, it curves this right here and it compresses the cartilage even more. So I probably won't hit calves today. I'm going to finish this set. And I may not get 10 out of this because of that. But that's just on me. And we're going to move to shoulders. People always want to see you lift like stupid heavy weights and do these huge lifts, and I get it. And that's cool for like a highlight video, but it's not something you can do every week. It's not sustainable, and I don't have the equipment here to feel safe doing it often. Like, I won't PR on bench unless my 20-year-old is here. I won't even attempt to, because if it falls on me, I'm done. No one's going to help me lift it off. I'm not going to PR on squats here because I don't really have a good target. I can PR on deadlift here. Well, if I could lift the damn thing. So, and that goes back to a conversation that was at the beginning of the stream from Descent. All right, last set. All right. Five, 6, 7, 8. All right. Yeah, definitely all I'm doing on my back. Whew. Even though that isn't a back lift, that's all I'm doing. All right. Yes, I use straps. Conversation the other day. Somebody was like, man, I can only come close to that with using straps, and laughed about it. And I was like, I use straps on every lift if it's pulling. The only advantage to not using straps is grip strength. Are you deadlifting? I'm doing stiff leg deadlifts, but I'm done now. I'm moving on to shoulders now. No, my big deadlift day is in 2 days. Depending on how my back feels. Strapping young lad. For real though, if I'm trying to lift a heavy deadlift, why in the world would I want to cap the weight with my grip? I just don't get it. I think in my opinion, I am not an expert. In my opinion, the only reason to lift heavy without straps when it comes to deadlifts is if you're competing and the rules do not allow you to. There are a lot of people that will disagree with me because they're like, grip strength, grip strength, grip strength. Grip strength is overrated. I just want to look good naked. That's my entire motivation here. I am vain as fuck. Plus, you know, now that I'm bartending, it helps with the tips if I look less like me from 6 months ago, more like me from 6 years ago. I don't know what is going on with my Discord bot. Hi, Beam. I don't understand that error message you just got in Discord. Me 6 is smoking some serious shit. What if I put the... Sorry, I'm thinking again. Oh yeah, my back is not enjoying this at all. Oh, ow. Something for the tip, just the tip. I'll see myself. You are absolutely not wrong. Dude, I am a fucking slut when it comes to bartending. Like, when my wife and I got married and I started bartending again, back then, I was like, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not wearing my wedding ring. She's like, you better fucking not. And actually, I did wear my wedding ring for a little bit. I managed to shatter it. Because I move so fast and I swing my arms around. All right. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to stretch my back out just a little bit more. I mean, I'm at just at that point right now. Ooh. Your confidence hit a new low. What? That's why I don't have to move. That's the best thing in a workout is to not move. Decent non-pose photos because, oh my God, what I saw from that recent wedding actually destroyed me. Did you bartend last night? I did. Why did... I thought you looked fantastic. And I know we're all our own worst critics, and we have this image of ourselves that we should be. And Lord only knows, every time I see a picture of myself, I'm like, nah, fam, that ain't it. You know, like, you just don't care. I do not care. You know, guys, I'm gonna skip shoulders today. My back is just telling me that I'm done, and that's fine. I've been at this for about an hour and a half now, so it's time. I'm gonna go protein up, lunch up, hydrate up. It went well. I was just training, so I wasn't the primary bartender. I did not get any tips. My trainer did. That's just how that works. But yeah, it was good. It was good, man. I'm gonna set these here. All right, guys. Here's my Discord link. Here's my merch link. If you are not already part of my Discord, the fuck is wrong with you? Nah, for real. Join my Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. I got a killer meme channel. Tell the trainer you were big head. Oh, she knew I was big head. She knew. I actually looked awful, and I'm in no way exaggerating from the pro photos I saw. This is the same wedding. I think it is. The photos that I saw, you look fantastic. But also, non-posed photos are always the worst. So I am sorry that they do not live up to what you want them to be. That's probably the best thing I can really say, because I definitely don't want to argue with you on how you think you look, because I'm never gonna win that argument. It's not my place to argue with you. And I'd be a total hypocrite, because I see pictures of myself and I'm just like, I'm married and I have 4 kids. How did that happen? In my Discord, if you are a subscriber to this channel and you have a Twitch account linked to Discord, there is a special subscriber section that is going to be even more robust soon. And it does have a copy of my workout that I follow, the plan that I developed for me, in a PDF that you can download. It's for subscribers only. Also, there's my merch link if you want to buy a thick fillet shirt or an only ooh shirt, or one of the several coffee cups that I have. Robust, aka robot butts. Robot titties. That's, the bust is the titties. Titties. All right. Let me see something real quick.
Titty sprinkles.
Titties sprinkles indeed. All right, we are going to raid H2O11. I was slow on that one. All right, so we're going to raid H2O11. She is one of my favorite streamers, and she's an absolute sweetheart. She's probably playing Call of Duty, although I can't see from where I'm at right now what she's doing. But everyone, go over, give her some love. Tell her that I had to dip, but just you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for coming by. I'll be back tomorrow at some point, probably. I can't even really say what time I'll be there. But you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. I will see you the next time I stream. Where's my microphone? There it is.